Hello, Axilla here for another Kill the King tournament replay. This is going to be the second semi-final between, let me get this right, Break the Nexus, who are going to be the blue team, and, Break the Nexus, sorry, are going to be the red team, and the blue team are going to be Randoms to Victory. Now, introducing the blue team, we're going to have Happy Reaper on the Tychus down the bottom lane with King Miro on that right wing. Illidan is going to be played by Taco Slayer, Grievous, 69 on the Anubarak, and Lindblad on that Falstad. Meanwhile, we have all 5 members of Break the Nexus in mid lane. On the red side, we're going to have Ingibus on Azmodan, as we saw in his round 1 game, I believe it was. In solo on the Jaina, he likes that hero. Azanta on the Johanna. Neo Zhao, so I'm just going to call him Newbie, is on the Sylvanas, and Ali Cuckoo on his support. Master Skin Uther, as we've seen him quite a lot. Now, not much happening here, just a big 5-man kind of push in mid to get some stuff going. To get some, maybe potentially look for a kill, but not going to happen. So, oh my lord, I have accidentally minimised my game. There we go. We saw a big rotation happening down bottom, but Happy Reaper on his Tychus, playing that quite safe. Was able to get, yeah, Skype notification came up, so when I clicked on the minimap, it just minimised heroes, which is really, really awkward. I apologise about that. Now, interestingly, oh, we've got a little engagement here. Not much going to come, but a bit of damage on both sides. Interestingly, Break the Nexus are playing a similar strategy to what they did against Mouse Control in round 1, where they're going for this Anubarak, so this Azmodan Johanna combination. The Azmodan going to be able to, with the Taste for Blood talent, get a huge amount of stacks of that when the Johanna uses Knight Take Support to burst minions down. 1 Blizzard Wave plus a Knight Take Support means a Globe is going to one-shot away right in the early game. As you can see, he's going to get 3 more stacks there. Not quite take the bottom shrine, but top shrine going to be counter-taken by Randoms to Victory. Happy Reaper on that Tychus, who feels pretty comfortable 1v1ing most heroes. I think a Tychus does. Just going to come down and try and take that bottom shrine. Going to have the Johanna and the Azmodan in mid lane. Putting some pressure, not really going to allow Randoms to Victory to take the Dragon Knight, but actually a fantastic little play there. King Mirror on the Bright Wing, scaring the Johanna away, meaning the Falstad can end up grabbing that Dragon Knight. So very, very early 2-minute Dragon Knight for the side of Randoms to Victory. Promising start for them. Now, in the meantime, we have had a couple kills in this game. I do sincerely apologise for missing them, but who's died? In fact, 1 on the Falstad, 1 on the Illidan, which is why he's running back to them. Now, just seeing what's going on, the Anubarak taking some damage. Dragon Knight falling quite low. Wow, the Illidan dying again on top now. I really didn't expect him to get caught out, especially with the Brightwing coming in. Quite bad play from the Illidan there. Tychus taking a lot of damage from Uther. The Dragon Knight eventually gonna die or run out. I think he died in Falstad. Literally jumped straight into the top lane, able to do a huge amount of damage and kill out the Jaina. Anubarak not quite dying off the back there, but might end up falling to the Sylvanas. Going to be able to shield himself and get shield from right wing, running away. Meanwhile, the Illidan jumps in, and they do end up picking that kill on the Sylvanas as well. That was a 2-for-0 there after the second kill on the Illidan. Opening up the talents, we see a big push actually here coming out, and or rather quite a experienced, hungry push with no ammo in the towers coming out from Break the Nexus. So Randoms to Victory are going to have to clear this out and gain a good chunk of experience. That should be the deficit they're currently seeing. Going to have extended spikes, so a longer impale range for a Anubarak. That's quite an unusual one. We haven't seen that one in a long time, not since the level 13 rewind. So have to see how that works out. But not the Beetle build, not the standard Beetle build, at least at level 1, and not Regen Master, which is the most common alternative. Typical talent for Brightwing, and we see that because I actually know Happy Reaper quite well, I know he loves to go Melting Point on his Tychus. He loves playing Tychus, and he's pretty comfortable on the hero. And Melting Point he feels is one of the strongest. He's a bit sad for the nerfs, so he'll be happy to it soon. First Aid as well. fantastic. Like the overkill build for Tychus is the more common, and it's pretty good to see that. And you'll almost always spec into some stuff with overkill, but here you go. Little engagement happening on the bottom, polymorph happening on the Uther, getting a lot of damage in from the overkill on the Tychus, but the Uther's going to be able to heal himself up and not fall. I'm Jeebus on the in fact, on that Azmodan, taking a huge amount of damage and is going to end up falling himself with a full 5-man rotation here. The Brightwing phase shifting in right at the bottom, right at the end of that fight there. And they're going to push this fort really, really hard and take the bottom shrine and guard that and potentially put some pressure onto this fort as well. They're getting caught out a little bit. Might end up falling here, in fact, because obviously the chain of Blizzard doing the chain of chill effects doing a lot of slowing. He is going to fall to the Johanna and the Uther. That's quite, and obviously the Jane on the back. That's a quite poor play by him. Again, the Illidan player just questionable plays out of him. I have forgotten his name. Questionable plays out of Tango Slayer. So, moving back on with the talents, going to see a typical interesting false stab 1. Power throw without secret weapon. A little bit curious about that, but a mixture build here for the false stab. I mean, power throw does work well with gathering powers. It means he's got longer range on his little hammer. Most of the rest of the Beetle build for a new Barak. Pretty standard play. Tychus just going to try and defend this shrine as much as he can. Dash through, not quite dodge the Blizzard, but should just about be able to get out with the help from the new Barak. He's actually going to get picked off by the Azmodan. Fantastic dunk there. Managing to pick him up. 5 for 3 kills. Sylvanas actually moving on the fast attack here. Going to get hit by the Wailing Arrow as Break the Nexus have hit level 10. Wow, that small experience advantage plus that kill means they're just going to propel themselves up through to level 11, in fact, before, or at the same time, yeah, just before, random to victory, get level 10. They still haven't got level 10, and the Illidan and the Nubrak are going to fall in the mid lane. The Illidan being very aggressive again and just getting blown up, especially without having the Brightwing there, and then the Nubrak not being able to get away because the Jaina slows. Questionable play here, Sylvanas barely being able to survive there. Gets Divine Shielded by the Uther as well as the heals. Going to save King Mirror on the Brightwing inside the Dragon Knight. Why I wasn't able to help out the Illidan, pushing and getting some experience by killing the towers. Level 10, at least for both teams now. Azmodan pushing bottom quite effectively. So we're going to get the Draken Laser out of Tychus. Happy Reaper does like the Draken Laser. As you saw, the Shock and Awe, the Hinterlands Blast rather, out of the boss. It's been a long time since it's been called Shock and Awe. I thought I'm Jeebus going to get caught out here in the mid lane. Should be able to escape here with aid from the Uther being able to hit him up. In fact, the Metamorphosis is going to come out from Illidan, doing a lot of damage, going to eventually kill out the Azmodan, but at what cost? Illidan's falling very, very low. He's going to take a lot of damage from the towers. Pick up the Uther himself on the end. Meanwhile, in the back, a lot of damage being done by the Nubarak and the Brightwing, but the Illidan going to fall for the two heroes, the Azmodan plus the Uther on Break the Nexus. So much better trade there for Randoms to Victory. Going to get the Locust Swarm, typical out of Grievous. I would actually think I'd rather see the Web Blast. If you Web Blast the Johanna, the rest of the team is really, really squishy and would die basically to your Illidan being able to do what he wants. Web Blast literally anybody, preferably the Johanna, and they are without a tank for a good 5 seconds. Blink Heal from the Brightwing, coupled with the Cleanse, makes a lot of sense. I mean, Cleanse is a very, very strong ability, especially against the Uther stuns and the Jaina slows. And then Blink Heal, atypical of Brightwing these days. Metamorphosis, the go-to ultimate for Illidan. Meanwhile, now we're also going to talk about the level 13 talents for Break the Nexus, as they are a level ahead. We're going to have a very typical Azmodan build, Taste for Blood, Bound Minion tends to be the standard level 4 with Infernal Globe at level 7. Combine that with Blackpool and you'll do a huge amount of damage with your Globe of Annihilation. That big dunk coming out there. March of Sin, meaning you can move whilst channeling your Death Ray, or I forgot what it's called now, the All Shall Burn. Is also pretty integral to, Azmodan's survivability. Cleanse also coming ahead. Oh, actually, the engagement here. Wailing Arrow only hitting on the Tychus. Brightwing able to come in and try and save out the Nubarak. Maybe not able to do so. In fact, Nubarak, fantastic burrow trying to get out, but the Blink Heal's not enough to go through the Jaina Blizzard. with that snowstorm, the increased radius, it's just too wide an area for the Anubarak to dodge out of from any direction. Meanwhile, Illidan jumping in, getting very ham, actually lands a fantastic metamorphosis on 4, but he's going to get stunned, shrink ray, and just blown up, falling really, really low, not able to actually do anything or capitalise on that 4-man metamorphosis. Really unfortunate for him. Taco, this time at least, getting out and not quite dying. He's on health though. Rest of the talents, Uther, typical Conjurer's Pursuit, Protective Shield, Cleanse is really good. Not necessarily gets a composition, but there are a lot of stuns on the side of the Anubarak, plus the knockback from the Tychus and the Falstad's able to provide some slows, I believe. Divine Shield is the go-to ultimate for Uthers these days. Divine Storm is pretty good, but the shield to save out one member is a bit more clutch and makes him a very strong healer with his stuns. Couple that with Shrink Ray and you just counter Illidan very, very hard. There you go, the Divine Shield going on the Azmodan there, saving him out, and he's just able to turn around and try and actually do some damage on the onto the Illidan. Gonna get a huge dunk out of the Azmodan there onto the Brightwing and take Brightwing down from basically a third, if not a half health, down to dead. Didn't quite kill her, but the dot from Infernal Globe able to do, I think only just one tick, do the work there. Dragonite not going to be taken because Happy Reaper on that Tychus is going to be able to take them off and try. He stayed here a little bit too long though. It looks like he's going to fall very, very quickly, and that does mean that we potentially see a Dragonite 4 break the Nexus, who are up 13 to 5 kills and a whole 3 levels, a whole talent point ahead. Meanwhile, we're going to have Blood for Blood on the Sylvanas and the Azmodan. Quite difficult there. Anubarak's going to get caught out here, trying to deny the Dragonite. Able to do so, but at the cost of his own life, which is going to put Randoms to Victory in a very, very bad position. King Mirror on that Brightwing looks like he's going to get caught out. Probably killed, yeah, instantly blown up. Looking to blink heal to the Illidan in order to escape, but it's not going to be the case. And Lindblad on that Falstad also probably going to get caught out and killed here, which means a Dragonite 4 break the Nexus, their first of the game. And wow, Azmodan's just blowing up entire waves already. How many stacks is he on? 290. This is the 12-minute mark. That's a pretty good go, and he's well over halfway. And that's only going to accelerate basically since getting Black Balls. That's going to be going up pretty high. Illidan jumping in now, getting the Metamorphosis, landing on 3 players now. That's pretty good, but a fantastic Wailing Arrow coming out from Sylvanas here, landing on 3. The Brightwing, the Anubarak, and the Illidan, all of just about managing to escape, but not being able to do anything other than get away with barely with their lives. And off the back, the Tychus was just left there, not able to not able to get out because of the Janus slows. And then we see an Jeebus fantastically massive damage, 1036 Anubarak Globe of Annihilation dunk come out and kill to the Falstad and the Anubarak, who were Falstad was pretty high health, the Anubarak was about half. Level 16 talents continuing Benediction from the Uthers is much the norm. No forts taken actually draw either. 4 randoms to victory, and they have lost their first keeper game. Northern Exposure combined with Sprint and Jaina makes her quite terrifying. She once he hits level 20, getting Bolt and Storm, be able to bolt in, put off a full damage combo and sprint out, or even do it the other way around, sprint in and then put off full damage combo and bolt out, although that's less surprising and slightly harder to do. Like I said, Blood for Blood combined with Splinter Shot on the Sylvanas. We're going to get the normal unstable poison and venom with the wind. Not in that forward, obviously. Brown going to get hit here by the Azmodan. Nobody to blink to, and is actually just going to get erased from the game. Blown up oh so quickly there. That was ridiculous. Meanwhile, for the Johanna, you can see Night takes pawn, upgraded heal and Laws of Hope, which is very, very typical of what we see. Sin's Exposed, which is we normally see that. Well, yeah, we do usually see that. Fantastic Wailing Arrow coming out here, actually landing on the Illidan and the Anubarak. And in fact, the Sylvanas is going to jump in and venom the Anubarak and then just kill out the Falstad. Meanwhile, the Illidan is going to die to the Jaina and the Johanna on the back. And oh my god, that is a full team wipe after the Brightwing got caught, and they're just going to go for Cole. This is just going to be the game already. wow, a 15-minute victory, well, less than that, 14-minute victory for Break the Nexus against Random's Victory. I've not even managed to have time to go through the talents. Very, very quickly, Burning Rage on the Johanna with Blessed Hammers. We've been seeing that Blessed Hammer do a lot of damage with the Blessed Shield ultimate taken. Break the Nexus again. Not surpassing expectations, because now I'm expecting big things from them, but coming through and really, really dominating that game. I mean, they gave up the first Dragonite, but that was huge. I was trying to get as much information about the talent choices and what I think we'll see later in the game going, but no, Break the Nexus not going to give me a chance to recuperate, not going to give me a chance to say what's going on, and I'm just going to have to talk about how hard they won. So yeah, well done to them. Thanks for watching. I'm Vanaxilate for eSports War, who hosted the tournament and supply the prize and stuff. If you'd like to follow them on Twitter, they are at eSports War. Follow me on Twitter, I'm at StefanHeroes. All the links and stuff will be down in the description, as is a link to the playlist. I forgot to mention that in the other videos, but yeah. Thanks for watching, and until next time.